The people who were fleeing to safety on Monday night during the shooting at MSU left their belongings behind during the chaos.
And they are finding their way back to those belongings today. Mid-Michigan Now's Chloe Godbold is at the university to tell us how that process is going.
Michigan State University is trying to make the process as easy as possible for students, staff, and faculty to come retrieve personal items that were left behind during the shooting. And people are coming here at the Union to retrieve those items. But many students who I spoke with tell me it's still hard to go in. You can see many people walking in and out of the MSU Union here on the west entrance of the building.
Long time, like if I'm ever able to handle going back.
That's what Andrew Strominger, a sophomore at MSU, said while trying to find the strength to go back inside the Union. Strominger says he was working inside at the food court when shots rang out.
I've just been replaying the events over and over again in my head, hearing the shots, looking in the kitchen, seeing my coworkers running for their lives.
Strominger says he worked Monday night with Brian Frazier, one of the 3 students killed.
It's going to be hard for me and all my coworkers because we all liked working with Brian.
Another student, Matias Jimenez, tells me he left everything when the shooting happened.
Just retrieved like my swim gear, like my water bottle, my hat, my headphones, just like my sweater and vest. Like I basically, when I was running, I literally just had my wallet, keys, and phone. Like I didn't have any warmth. So I was trying to go home in the cold basically.
Jimenez is a junior at the university and has lived in Lansing his whole life. The FBI Detroit Field Office and Victim Services Division assisted people in retrieving their items. They also provided support dogs at the entrance.
If you just do things and just talk to someone, it will get better. If you don't, then it's just gonna get a lot worse. So having everyone to support you and just even if it's just help or you don't feel comfortable, it's really recommended.
This happens all too often. One time is too much. In this day and age, it's just hard for me to believe we have another one.
The other location where the shooting happened was at Berkey Hall, and people will be able to go and retrieve their personal items on Thursday, February 16th at 10 a.m. on the east side of the building. Reporting in East Lansing, Chloe Godbold.
Tonight, we introduce you to our new series of stories called Unsung Heroes. It's about ordinary people doing extraordinary things in their mid-Michigan communities to make a difference. Tonight, we feature a local artist who is creating a canvas that reaches far and wide, and that artistry involves a network of people. She's making accommodations for artists of every ability, even people who might not be able to create otherwise.
I've been an artist all of my life. Started out when I was a kid. My dad built a studio in our garage for me, and that was my start.
Cause and Effect Gallery in Fenton is the creation of artist and owner-director Annie Anglem. There is a cause.
I began to look for new space where I would be able to accommodate people of differing needs.
And an effect.
See what comes people like me to come.
Pink and purple are Marin O'Brien's favorite colors with which to work. She says art calms her, and she thinks the world of Annie for giving her an amazing opportunity to create.
This great.
Marin's art is an important part of Annie's larger gallery, including a wall of tiles called Our Community. It's a work-in-progress canvas created by people of all abilities, and it will one day stretch all the way back to a larger display. This is the part of the gallery where Annie features the work of all Michigan artists, but let me take you somewhere in her gallery. It's where all the classes are taught and where the creativity and magic happens. It's right in here. On this day, Annie's clients gather to learn silversmithing, which is now one of her specialties.
And be careful.
And she accommodates everyone, including those who are what she refers to as differently abled.
In the studio space, I've got a workstation with silversmithing that raises and lowers. Instead of foot-operated tools, I've got hand-operated tools instead. I can accommodate somebody with the use of just one hand, and I provide earmuffs for folks on the autism spectrum.
Annie says one of her artist friends with multiple sclerosis who uses a motorized chair has been her inspiration to help make the creative experience a possibility for everyone.
So for me, inclusion is everything. Art is so healing for people, and I want people to be able to come in here and feel welcomed and be able to participate.
'Tis the season for holiday lights. Drive around any Mid-Michigan neighborhood and you are bound to find some pretty impressive light displays. Tonight, we introduce you to the Moss family in Birch Run and their neighbor who helps keep the lights on. Drive by this house on Birch Run Road in Birch Run and you can't miss this huge holiday light display. Wayne and Carol Moss have been building it piece by piece over the past 50 years. For Wayne, it started in his childhood.
I had a desire when I was a little boy to have my house look at Christmassy at the time. We just kept adding a little something every year to it, and now it's got large, this large.
This display is a destination for people from beyond Mid-Michigan.
We've had people all come by all over. I mean, we've had them come far as Detroit to see our scenery.
Over the years, thousands of people have stopped by to take a look at the lights. Susie Booth is one of them. She used to take her kids here to look at the display years ago. She now finds herself volunteering her time to help the Moss family keep the light display up and running.
I wanted to help him in any way I could, so whenever he asked me to help with the lights, I thought, sure, that would be cool. And then I just began helping, and it's just wonderful. It's great. I love it, and I love them.
Wayne urges all of you to take some time this season to stop by for a visit to enjoy the lights.
We would love to have you come by. If you see it on television or wherever, or if you pass it on the road, stop in. We always have cookies.
Ooh, cookies. Well, Susie isn't the only one helping the Moss family when it comes to the lights. Wayne says several others are doing their best to stop by and help keep the lights on.